The Atlanta Fire has one win this season. They're hosting San Francisco. We got Dave Meggett back from his injury. Steve Berline is the backup quarterback for the Fire. He'll throw to a wide open Vance Pants Johnson, and he could go all the way for the touchdown. Fire's got a 7-point lead early. Don the Magic Man Mikowski play action, throws it to James Jett, but the ball is intercepted by David Fulcher. He's in the right place at the right time, and Clarence Kay, he's at the right place at the right time for the touchdown. Fire take a 2-possession lead early. Don the Magic Man Mikowski is sacked by Mike Pitts in the end zone where he doesn't want to be. That's a safety. More problems for San Francisco on the shovel pass. The Fire recover the shovel pass. This would lead to a Matt Baer made field goal. So just like that, it's 19-0. San Francisco attempts to come back as the Fire's punter is sacked. That's a turnover on downs, and Dave Meggett, Meggett's in the end zone for the touchdown. Steve Berline, no pressure in his face as Vance Pants Johnson gets the catch close to the red zone, and Matt Baer makes the field goal, 22-7. Fire make a mistake here as this pass intended for Vance Pants Johnson is intercepted by Kevin Ross of San Francisco. This will lead to Don the Magic Man Mikowski play action fake. Dave Meggett gets the ball. He's nimble. He's quick. He's jumping over the candlestick close to the red zone. And then Don the Magic Man Mikowski, pressure in his face. He makes a mistake as David Fulcher gets his second interception of the game. But San Francisco gets the ball back. And Robert Del Pino is wide open over the middle close to the 30. This shovel pass will also not be successful, but it'll be recovered by a Sharks offensive lineman as he gets it inside the 5-yard line. And Don the Magic Man Mikowski, this time he's not shovel passing it. Roy Green this time will get the touchdown, one of his first of the season. Onside kick. Sharks need to recover to stay alive, but they don't. The Fire do, and Matt Baer would add a field goal. That's not all that they would do as Steve Berline ends this game. Play action rollout bootleg. Vance Pants Johnson's got the touchdown. 31-21 is the ending score for this game. Atlanta wins their second game of the season, and the Sharks are at 500, 6-6. New Orleans Tigers are struggling as they're hosting the Denver Buffaloes. Frank Reich, the comeback kid, would be replaced by Andre Ware from the University of Houston, as Ware would make his first game debut as a rookie as he throw it down the left side to Anthony Miller and then would play action roll out. He would be unable to get the ball off as he's sacked by Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor. This would lead to an Al Del Greco made field goal. Score is 3-0. Big kickoff here, recovered by Sam Grady. We usually show these plays if they're a big play or a gaff. Recently they've been a lot of gaffes, but this time Grady would go out to the 31-yard line. That's a big play as Bobby Hebert, he throws it to Ron Wolfley, but it's intercepted by Brad Edward in the end zone. So this would give the Tigers a chance to get a big drive going as Pete Holohan catches the ball over the middle. And then Emmitt Smith, the Hall of Famer, catches the flip to the right, and he could go all the way into the end zone for the touchdown, 10-0. Andre Ware and the Tigers get the ball back. Holohan with another catch. The skinny post over the middle. He gets it inside the red zone to around the 18-yard line. And then Andre Ware in pro formation backs up, throws it to Derek Russell, waiting in the end zone for the touchdown. That's his first touchdown of the season for Andre Ware. Bobby Hebert would throw it down the left side too fast. Willie Davis as he gets it to around the 44-yard line. This would lead to a Fouad Rivez made field goal, 14-point game. Andre Ware with no pressure in his face until now. Throws it to Emmitt Smith, and Emmitt Smith splits the defense, the Hall of Famer, to around the 35-yard line, and then Emmitt Smith goes whoop around defenders, making it inside the 10, and this would lead to another Al Del Greco made field goal. It's a 17-point ball game. Bobby Hebert backs up, throws it down the right side to Eric Martin, and Eric Martin, he gets the ball to the 2, and Christian Okoye barrels it in for the touchdown. Tommy Vardell would catch the handoff up the middle. He would fumble. Ball's on the ground, recovered by John Johnson. He's Johnny on the spot. And then Bobby Hebert would throw it over the middle to Keith McKellar dodges defenders, gets the ball to the inch line, and then another Nigerian nightmare, Christian Okoye touchdown. Now it's a 3-point ball game. Buffaloes have rallied. Andre Ware not trying to give this game away. The team depends on him. Anthony Miller gets the first down, and then Al Del Greco gets the field goal. It's a 6-point ball game. Ball intended for Christian Okoye is intercepted by Byron Evans, and then Andre Ware, play action, rolls out, bootlegs Anthony Miller to the 1-yard line, and Emmitt Smith plunges it in for the touchdown. Bobby Hebert, he's down 30-17, throws it deep to a diving Willie Davis, and Willie Davis gets it pretty deep into Tigers territory. Hebert to McKellar, and McKellar would do it the rest of the way with his legs. Down by 7, needs an extra point. Reveiz attempts it. He's made an over 50-yarder, but he misses this one off the right uprights. Onside kick. Tigers recover, and the Tigers win 30-23. Tigers are 5-7. Buffaloes are 4-8. Rebels host the Rattlers here, and at the beginning, Bernie Kosar would feel the burn, throwing it over the middle to Curtis Duncan. He won't be able to dunk it into the end zone because he gets to around the 35-yard line, but Kevin Butler's going to attempt this long field goal. It's good, 3-0 for Dallas. Jim Kelly's a Hall of Fame quarterback. He'll stay in the pocket, got perfect protection over the middle to his tight end, Ozzie Newsome, who had a really good career for the Cleveland Browns. Jim Kelly runs up into the pocket, throws it down the right side. Jumping catch by Dalton Hilliard. It's a touchdown. He has been doing well in reserve for Thurman Thomas, but Andre Reed would catch that skinny post over the middle. He's got a lot of good chemistry with Jim Kelly, and Anthony Thompson gets the touchdown. 2 running backs have touchdowns for the Rebels. Rodney Hampton will get it started on the ground for Dallas as he scampers to around the 24-yard line, and this would lead to a Kevin Butler made field goal, 14-6. Bernie Kosar, he's got to feel the burn, throwing it down the left side to a jumping Rodney Holman, and Rodney Hampton would end up going into the end zone for the touchdown in the scamper. This would lead to a missed Kevin Butler field goal off the right upright. 2-point lead for the Rebels. Jim Kelly throws it over the middle to Andre Reed, and he seems to be unstoppable in this game. As he gets it inside the red zone, Jim Kelly would throw it to Sean Dawkins. The cornerback is unable to get to the ball. It's a touchdown, 21-12. Flip to Dalton Hilliard on the next drive for the Rebels as he scampers to around the 25-yard line, and then the same play, pitch to the right, blockers in front. He's got the touchdown. The score is 28-12. Bernie Kosar, he's throwing to Carter, but he's intercepted by Harry Hamilton, and the Rebels will do what they've been doing this whole game. The Rebels absolutely scorched the Rattlers, and that is Andre Reed for the touchdown. The ending score was 38-12. Birmingham is 7-5. Rattlers are 4-8, still struggling. To round out the late slot, Portland will play against Phoenix. Chris Callaway comes back from injury. He's the slot receiver / return man. Reggie Roby, we get the punt, but he would not be able to get it off. It's a turnover on downs. This would lead to Mark Logan rumbling into the end zone for the touchdown, but the Eddie Murray field goal is no good. So we're going to show a Chris Callaway return. Usually if it's a special teams play, it's a big play or a gaff, and guess what? It's a gaff. Ball's on the ground. It's a fumble. Ball's recovered by the Snowhawks. Troy Aikman backs up. Guy's wide open, but Ricardo McDonald sacks him. This would lead to a field goal make by Eddie Murray, 9-0 for the Snowhawks. Snowhawks get the ball back at midfield. Mark Logan catches the check down, and he makes guys look foolish, getting it to around the 20-yard line. And then Troy Aikman, play action rollout bootlegs, got another guy open in the end zone, but he's going to do it himself. He's got the touchdown. Celebrate in the end zone for you. Next drive for the Snowhawks, Eric Pegram will get the ball down the right side. He gets tackled to the 25, and he gets injured. He would be replaced by the wide receiver, Kevin Williams. And Troy Aikman would back up, survey the field, throw it down the left side to Alvin Harper, another Cowboy. We've got some former Cowboys on this team. Steve Bono goes, da-da-da-da-da-da. I got you, Marion Butts. Let's get the Scorpions on the highlights quickly, as this would lead to a Morton Anderson made field goal. It's a 20-point game. Troy Aikman with the ball again, backs up, surveys the field. He throws the curl route, but the ball is intercepted by Leroy Butler. This would lead to Steve Bono getting I'm getting sacked by Howie Long. The Scorpion would get the ball back 25-23 as Keith Jones gets the ball down the left side, the fullback to the 11-yard line, and then Marion Wood butts it in for the touchdown. 25-10, 15-point game. Mark Logan gets the ball, bobs and weaves around defenders, gets the first down, but he's injured as well, and he would be replaced by Eric Dickerson. So both running backs are currently out here, and this would lead to Troy Aikman play action, rollout, bootleg, throws the ball to Ernest Givens, all the Givens he could get, and Eric Dickerson gets the touchdown. Portland wins 48-24. Portland is 8-4. Scorpions flip that. They're 4-8.
Las Vegas Gamblers and the Miami Riptide in this one. Here we go. Miller for the Gamblers. Starting this one off, goes deep down the field to Hill. He will make the catch at the 30, get down to the 25-yard line. This will lead to a field goal by Christie, but is off the upright and no good. 0-0 still your score. Jim Everett and Miami deep down the field to Sterling Sharp. He makes the catch at midfield, makes a guy miss down to around the 30-yard line. Jim Everett with an all-out blitz. He is sacked by David Little, the first one to get there. They'll have to settle for a field goal here. This one is good by John Casey, making the score 3-0. Everett on the next Miami drive deep down the field to Barnett. He'll make the catch around the 50 down to the 35-yard line. Miami's in motion here. Bettis with the carry gets banged up a little bit here, and he will leave the game, which is something we've seen a little too often from him this season. You hate to see it. We'll see if the backup can replace his production. Everett now on the next play, looking, got plenty of time deep down the field to Sterling Sharp. He'll make the catch for the touchdown, putting Miami up 10-0. Jim Everett on the next Miami drive, got plenty of time. He feels the pressure deep down the field, and look how wide open Cooper is. It looks like for a second he's going to get dragged down and will at the 1, and Tim Lester will pop that one off, 17-0 for Miami. A punch for Vegas here as Maher gets it down, way down there to the 20-yard line. Ricky Prohl is there to field it. He will get it around the 5-yard line, and the ball is loose, and Vegas will pick this one up, and the Gamblers get into the end zone. And that is now 17-7. They're trying to stop the bleeding here deep down the field to Sanders. Intercepted by Miami. Massey has that one, and that'll lead to another KC field goal. This makes the score 20-7. On the next drive, I want you guys to tell me if you've seen this before. Deep down the field to Sanders, and it's intercepted by Massey again. And Miami will have this drive up 20-7, looking to separate the score even more. Deep down the field to Sterling Sharp. He makes the catch on a diving catch and gets up down to inside of the 10-yard line. Another field goal by Casey, settling for a lot of field goals today. 23-7 is your score. Miami leads. After this deep run by Vegas, Roser gets to the 30-yard line, and Miller drops back on the next play. Looking, he sees Hill deep down the field. He makes the catch. Drew Hill for the touchdown to bring this game within 10 points. On the onside kick here, it rolls around a little bit, and Vegas recovers it. The Gamblers' gamble paid off as it will result in a field goal, making the score 17-23. A one-score game here. Miller back to pass. He's looking. Got a lot of guys wide open. Chooses Sanders. Nobody's even in the screen, and he will get in there. Ricky Sanders puts Vegas up 23-all, and then after this field goal, a successful try, 24-23, Vegas with the comeback, and they stun the Riptide 27-23.